Yo, what is going on, everybody? So welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on the fans of the Philadelphia 76ers. So before we get started in today's video, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on so you guys will be instantly notified when I upload a new video, multiple videos, couple gaming streams, or occasional live streams. Also, get in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of what I have to give about my thoughts on the Sixers fans. Also, you can check out my social media and the Spotlight Sports Network social media, which is linked down below in the description. Also, huge shout out to the people at Spotlight Sports Network for partnering with me. So let's keep this partnership going. Also, you guys can check out my podcast series, Sports Talk Podcast with Robert and Tyler, every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the link to the playlist down below, and you can check out my other podcast series, Between the Lines Podcast, every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the link to the playlist down below. And with that being said, let's jump right in. So, honestly, and I want to give you some clarification on why I'm kind of want to make this video, because it's like, I'm not going to call anybody out. I mean, I just feel like this is like I mean, at times, like, the fan base can be divided at times, but I mean, isn't that all for like Philly sports? But in regards to the Sixers, it's like we have a lot of different opinions, which credit to which is pretty good. Which, I mean, I love to hear like different takes and all this stuff. Some are clown ones, which is kind of ridiculous. But I mean, thing is like people, and you would think like, oh, you're making a video that you're going to criticize. No, I don't think I'm not criticizing it, but I kind of feel like, I think, Sixers fans are probably the best, passionate fan base that I've seen, in the history of Philly sports. I mean, people might disagree with that, but hey, look, to each their own. Look, I just kind of feel like the Sixers, they get a lot of people talking, though. It's crazy. You would think like other teams will get the people talking. I mean, the Phillies do every now and again. But I think the Sixers get a lot of people talking on all ends. It's just like, there's something that, we talk about, whether it's from this guy, Joel Embiid, or any other player for the Sixers, whether it's like some different acquisitions or whatever's going on with that franchise, it's just like at times we can be very fickle, it's just like sometimes we kind of just have our own thoughts and opinions on the franchise, who's not good, who's gonna be the face of the franchise, that kind of stuff. I just kind of feel like, Sixers fans I'm showing some Sixers the fan base, some love, I mean, this is going to be a little bit different than when I made my thoughts on the Phillies fan base, which is a whole different fan base altogether. But I just kind of feel like the Sixers fan base, despite a lot of crap that, the hate that we get, it's just like we're so passionate and so driven to be, liking what we like here in Philly sports, But I just kind of feel like, the Sixers fan base at times can be very fickle. And I'm not saying it trying to be, kind of criticizing it, but that's just sometimes how I see a lot of things, from both sides, either from, so I don't know, some like 2 to 5 defenders and all this stuff. I mean, it's just, I think the Sixers fan base doesn't really get the much love that they should deserve. But in my honest opinion, I think we should, and I'm showing this fan base a lot of love. I mean, do I feel like, and my thing is just like, in my mind, it's just like, look, it's like, say, oh, I don't know, any player that stinks here in Philadelphia. Well, I mean, if it shows production wise, I'll agree with that. But other than that, I mean, it's just like there's some takes that are agreeable. Some are, there's some lot of agreements to disagree, so to speak. But I mean, there are some guys. So there are some people in this fan base kind of don't know what they're talking about, and that's another thing. That's the one thing I wanted to address too with this fan base. Like, for those, I mean, I've been seeing those who don't know Sixers basketball, much as like, someone like me and some other diehard, passionate Sixers fans, like they're saying like things out of left field, which makes them look like an idiot. I just kind of feel like you gotta, if you're not, don't know Sixers basketball, and if I mean, I'm not saying it like because like it's so specific to one fan base, but if you like the game of basketball, look, it's fine, But someone like me and these other diehard Sixers fans that are out there, even some of your favorite content creators who are Sixers fans, like we lived through like different eras of the Philadelphia 76ers. Like myself, for example, when I lived through like the from 2000 through the process era for years, and here we are, man. I've been a fan for the last 2 decades, and I mean, we all seen, what the Sixers, kind of who the team is throughout depending on what year you're looking at, like between 2000 and 2001. I mean, you had a great team that actually played up against a powerhouse team in the Lakers in the 2001 finals with yet AI. I mean, and that's the thing too. It's like, and then we start moving on to like these different years. Like we start having like, I just like these different players that we don't know. I just kind of feel like they're kind of like no names, which rightfully so. I mean, there's some that, and we're seeing these former Sixers who, like Drew Holiday, Lou Williams, just to name a couple, kind of really just reinvent themselves. And it's just like, I just feel like Sixers at times can really screw things up, and sometimes, and it's true too. Like the Sixers fans, even myself, we always share our voice of displeasure. It really it's as simple as that. I think the Sixers fan base should get a lot of love instead of the hate that they get, because it's like, oh, it's Philly sports. Like, so what? But what do you guys think? Do you guys, how much, like, I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Talk podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.